Red, red wine goes to my head. Makes me forget that I still need a soul. Do-do. Red, red wine. It's up to you. All I could do, I've done. Memories won't go. Memories won't go. Do. Life is fine every time. Thoughts of you leave my head. I was wrong. Now I find just one thing makes me forget. Red, red wine. Stay close to me. Don't let me be alone. It's tearing apart my blue heart. And I'm done with that bullshit.
I've never heard UB40
Ring-a-ding-ding.
with that kind of rendition before.
No, you never will again.
And I never will again.
Let's introduce his bullshit. This is Invert the Y. Captain's log, stardate log 12.1.5.9 in the USS Invert the Y is orbiting another planet of retro man bullshit. And today, I got it back for the first time this year. I got Sassy Suhini back.
Thank you for having me back. It's good to be back. Happy 2020.
Happy 2020. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's been, it's the first time this year. We're talking about it at lunch. Haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah, since we did the couple special.
Ah, yeah, with Yedniak.
Yep.
Shout out to Yedniak.
Yep.
How is he?
He's good. He's you know, just being his usual self on WoW.
He's got an idea for me.
Yeah.
And him to do this podcast, but I can't tell you what it is.
I know.
So if he listens to this when I upload it, he'll know what I'm talking about. But just tell him I haven't done my research yet.
Okay.
So I've got to do my research.
Yeah.
And then I'll get him on.
Well, I'm not good with surprises. Not that I react badly to them. I'm just terrible with not knowing things. So I tend to badger people, but I will do my best to just leave this be and let the podcast surprise me.
He said you'll hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
And the reason,
I'm not surprised at all.
And the reason why I sang UB40 Red Red Wine was because we're talking about things at lunch that make our eyes go red. And I've got the incense going again.
Yes. I feel so zen. Like it's this beautiful, you know, for all the listeners right now, it's like 40 degrees.
Oh, it's fucking hot.
Freaking hot right now. And we're in just
A cave.
darkness.
You're in a darkness.
Yeah, I'm in darkness and I love it. And the aircon is like so cold.
Yep.
And we've got incense and it, you know, just like you were saying before, it's that joy of knowing that everyone outside is fucked and right now I'm so cold and peaceful.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like walking past people that are moving shit, moving furniture and
Oh my God, in this heat.
oh, you can
It'd be the
have it.
worst.
Oh, I'd probably flip out.
I know. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, fuck it, let's do it another day.
I'd flip out. You'd have to send me to emergency again like Rocket Russell did. Shout out to him. He knows all about it. So, Sassy Suhini, thanks for coming back. This is we've got a topic of the show. It's a big one. This is huge.
I know.
I never thought the day would come.
I know.
I never, in my wildest dreams of all the years I've known you,
Yeah.
you would say to me, what was it? A couple of weeks ago, I get a random phone call from you and you're like, tell me about the PlayStation 4. How do I get one? What does it do?
Yeah.
How do I set it up? And what price should I pay for it? And I'm like, what?
And you know, it's odd because I'm such a nerd with everything else that I know exactly what I'm doing. And then I finally stumbled on this thing that I wanted. I'm like, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I don't know. I need to go to the expert.
Yep.
And I used to be, you know, PC or death. That was it. And could you imagine? I think like we've known each other maybe 10 years now.
It's a while.
It's been a while. And 10 years ago, when we first met each other at work,
you used to put shit on me, something bad.
Oh, I mean, it was the highlight of my day. But
you used to come to my office or whatever it was, or you'd ring me up, or I get a random email going, World of Warcraft expansion, 20 million plus 5. War of the Pandas is out, and it's It's fucking, it's awesome and I can't live without it. Can you play that on your PlayStation? No, you can't. And you'd be like, why would you bother with a play? And I'd be all excited. This is like back then. I was all excited about the PlayStation 4 and disheartened with the Xbox One and all this kind of stuff. And you're like, well, who gives a shit? PC's never, ever going to have that problem and it's awesome and it's everything. And we even did a podcast, remember, PC versus console.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because you asked me, I don't understand why you're not that there's anything against it, but I don't understand why you're a console gamer and I know you've got a PC and I know you've played PC games, but why are you on the consoles? What's the appeal?
Yeah.
And I went into very big detail on that, and you were like, okay, I can respect your decision, but for me,
it's PC or
it's
death.
PC or death, right?
Yeah.
And then you can imagine my fucking dismay. I thought I was dying.
Yeah.
I actually thought all the billions of drugs I take have finally affected me, and I need to ring somebody up and go,
Or you're
I'm hallucinating.
already dead, and this is now the afterlife
I'll tell
where
you
all
some-
your friends play PS4.
Yep. Because I know some of the stuff I take gives me hallucinations, and I thought I must be hallucinating. There's no way that she's ringing me up for a PlayStation 4.
But I was.
But you were. And then you go and get a PlayStation 4 Pro, because I told you don't get the base model.
Yeah.
I
did it on the same day.
Yeah, I know.
It all happened so quickly.
Yeah.
I literally, it had the thought process was the night before, and I can't tell you how I got there. It was like I had a subliminal dream or something.
You told me that the reason why you got there was because Yednyak, shout out to him, your husband, was playing all these.
Oh, yes.
And you got off WoW Classic. You were bored with it. That's what you told me. And you said, he's really into it. He's not going to let it go. And I've got nothing to play because he's, I think, consuming the PC or something like this.
Yeah, because the issue, it's actually all coming back to me now. It's become a long lost dream since because it's all behind me now because they're happier days.
There's happy days now.
Days.
Yep.
So what happened was I was playing Classic, which was fine because I was having a good time. Nobody else was playing Classic with me from my guild. So they were still on what's called Retail WoW. And I went over to the Classic servers and I was playing that. And the people that I were playing with sort of fell by the wayside and quit and everything. And then, I don't know, just one day I just didn't log on. Like I was logging on every day and playing WoW Classic. And I just didn't log on one day and that was it. Like for 2-3 weeks, I just didn't log on. And then I logged on again and I thought, I just can't be asked. And then the new patch came out for Retail WoW. And all of my guildies, obviously Yenyak, all just went ham because it's now getting to the final boss. It's getting to the meaty stage. It's getting all the, the storyline and the lore is all coming together. So it's all the good shit, right? And so nobody is playing any freaking game on PC, and all the games that I play on PC are usually multiplayer.
Yep.
So, and I mean, I could go and play Overwatch and I could play League by myself, but it's not, I play PC mainly for MOBA games or MMORPG. It's got to be with a group. That's the whole joy of it, right?
Yep.
For me anyway. So when that happened, I was like, well, fuck this. I'm not going to play. I'm not playing PC by myself. I've become a WoW widow now because, Yenyak is just by himself in his computer room with his Mega 3 screens. The cat's dodged me as well because she's thought, he's in this room which has got a computer and it's fucking warm, so I'm just going to go, sit on it. So here I am by myself twiddling my thumbs and I thought, what the fuck am I going to do? Now's the time.
I can't believe it. And remember when you said to me, because I think you put it out there, like, I'm thinking about getting a PlayStation, and I was like the pusher. I was like your drug dealer. I'm like, you should get one.
Yeah.
We can play games and we can do this, we can do that.
Yeah, and you can do this on it and you can do that on it.
And then you said something about I'm down at the shopping centre now. I'm in JB Hi-Fi. Just out of a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you? And I said 15.
Yeah.
Like I was that excited about it. Because I could never thought you'd get on the consoles.
Yeah.
Ever. I just never thought you would because I respected why you played games. And I actually said to you on that podcast ages ago, for you, PC is probably your only option because you like, as you said, MOBA games, World of Warcraft, those multiplayer type experiences. It's not that they don't exist on consoles. They do, but they're not really catered for consoles, really.
Yeah.
And so for you to turn around and go, I'm going to get one, and then you actually showed me a picture of you having it set up in your lounge room, I went, holy shit.
It's happened.
I even now talking about it now, I could flip out at any time, right? Right. I could be back in hospital any second, right? Because I'm thinking, is this no way? And
I
then,
know.
And then you're sending me messages going, I'm actually shocked and dismayed on actually how good it is.
Yeah.
Right? Which blows me away because we peasants are like waiting for the announcement of the PlayStation 5 at any day at the time of this recording. We're waiting for Microsoft have already shown off what they're going to do. Not so much the actual, like the way it looks, but the actual design of the box.
Yeah.
And so we're ready to move on and you're like moving in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And I said to you, I'm so envious of you now because like jumping in at this late stage of the PlayStation 4's life, there are so many games to play.
Yeah.
If you're willing to, firstly, if you've got the time, the money, okay, fine, is another issue. But there is the choice is unbelievable. I'm like, man, I kind of wish I was had that problem as well.
Yeah.
There's like a library of games that you can play, and where do I start?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to help you today.
So excited, man.
I'm here to help you today.
Excited.
That's the topic of the show.
Yeah,
I'm here to help you.
Yeah, I'm really pleased because I'm gonna write all this down because the way I started, and it's good that you raised that point about PS5 is potentially going to come out, and I did think about that. Rich and Yenyak and I talked about that, whether it was worth waiting or not. But the reason why we went now is because look, I am a PC gamer at heart, and there was this I guess, a strong chance that I may not potentially like it. So I thought I'll do it now. It's cheaper now than it's ever going to be.
It's super cheap. Yep.
Super cheap to set up and relatively, I suppose. And then I thought, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to take the games that I really love. I know that I love racing games and I know that I love those sort of Crash Bandicoot type games. So I'm just going to pick those two, get used to the console, and then holy shit, it took about 3 days for me to not be completely spastic on the console.
Yep.
But I got there.
Yep.
The racing games were fine, but Crash Bandicoot, like the actual adventure thing, mate, I think I spent about an hour trying to jump from one block to another.
So the big issue, the big barrier of entry for you was the actual controller.
Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah.
And then once I got over that, and I'm fairly comfortable with it now, I'm now ready to just start exploring. So I've already got God of War downloaded.
That was on my list.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm thinking of actually trying that out tonight. I feel like I'm ready now.
Yep. Because the PlayStation 4 has been an amazing console. Not from a technology point of view.
Yeah.
But from the actual things that have been exclusive on it over it's nearly 7 years old, that thing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the Pro will be 4 years old in October, but the actual PS4 itself has been out since 2013, so it's nearly 7 years old. So over that lifetime that it's had so many amazing exclusives that Sony have actually put out in its own worldwide studios that it's got. So it's got a multiple amount of studios that it owns, and as time goes on, they release different games.
Yeah.
And so what I thought I'd do today is go through some of those games.
Yes, let's do this.
But before I go through that, right, Sassy Suhini, are you aware that we have a shop now?
I am now.
Yep.
I am now, and I'm very freaking excited.
You should be.
Ugh.
Let's roll this book. I've got to find the sound, though. I'm very rusty.
Okay, we're ready.
Ready? Hey, kids, that's right. At Invert the Y, we now have our own clothing store. No bullshit. That's right. Any clothing you want, only T-shirts, not pants and that shit. We're not that fancy. But T-shirts, nerd shirts, all sorts of merchandise you can find now at our online store at shop.inverty.net. That's right, shop.inverty.net. I know you kids are on the internet all the time. You don't ever get off that internet. You won't ever leave it. You'll find all sorts of stuff. We take PayPal, credit cards. You don't need an account to log in. I don't think you do. Maybe you do.
You don't.
You just need to sign up. You just need to put in your address, your email address, so you get random updates as to when the thing ships. I know. I've personally used it. There are so many things on that shop that I want to buy that not even RetroDan has the money to go and buy all of it. what was it? Shop.inverty.net.
Yeah.
That's the web address. Check it out, kids.
There are some really cool shirts on there. I'm very impressed.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And Jason Relaxation is not part of this bullshit podcast.
Yeah, which is very sad.
It is sad, but you know what? It's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Because, he whinges and complains and talks about my incense burning and my fucking Buddha that's not appropriately placed and all sorts of bullshit. He actually set it up. I can't take any credit.
But his name is Jason Relaxation. He should be loving the incense and the Buddha.
No, he's a very stressed individual. He makes me look calm. I don't know what his blood pressure is. Mine's awful. He's a bit through the roof.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be.
Oh, poor
No,
guy.
he actually set it up. It's live. You can buy stuff there right now. And I think, what was it? 10% of the actual proceeds of the sale of those shirts go to the Melanoma Institute. So
that's fantastic.
some of it goes for charity.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not, we don't get any money out of it.
Yeah.
Or if we do, we get fuck all. But we
Yeah.
do it. Most of the actual revenue from the shirts goes to them.
Yeah.
To help research for a cure for that bullshit. And so hopefully people will get into it and check it out. But the stuff there's awesome. And I can tell you now, it's 100% cotton. It's good quality US made cotton.
Yeah.
I might be made in China, but the actual cotton's like, which you get in the US. Their T-shirts are different to ours.
They're softer.
They're softer.
Yeah.
It's that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I know. There's this website that I ordered shirts off, especially around Christmas time, called Threadless.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's where your shirt about the kids eating the cookies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's on there as well, right? And it's really cool. I know we're going off on a tangent, but it's what they do is they get designers to put in entries of their designs for T-shirts, and people vote. And if they win, they get a quota of the actual profits. So you've got like these amazing artists doing all these crazy designs. But when you order the shirt, hot damn, you realise we are getting gypped in Australia, man.
Yeah, our T-shirts here are shit.
Like, it's like wearing scratchy straw compared to what they are.
Don't you reckon the fabric here of our shirts are like really...
They're really
scratchy
stiff.
and stiff?
Yeah.
But the US made shirts or the
like
cotton that they get over
super
there,
soft.
it's way better.
Yeah.
It is. And so what I believe is that he is sourced from the manufacturers, that type of cotton.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's good quality cotton.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I am going to order one
And
today.
Sassy Suhini, we have our own designs on there.
Yeah.
So there's one of a smashed avocado for all those fuckers that need to harden up. I'm being serious. He's very clever. There's actually a TV, an old CRT TV.
Yeah.
And underneath it is Take Me Back to the 80s.
Yes.
Right, because everything I ever say... He's stolen that idea
and
he's basically put like different parts of the actual like T-shirt range. But one I really love is he's actually created the Platinum Trophy range.
Oh.
And as you know on PlayStation, you get trophies now.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
which I'm very addicted to.
You will get super addicted to that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, trophies on the PlayStation were copied from Microsoft's achievements on the 360, right?
Yeah.
So Sony... You can't take credit for that. But
Yeah.
what they did, they took that idea and I actually think they upsized it a bit because I love getting a trophy.
Yeah.
And so each trophy is weighted differently on the PSN level.
Right.
Right. So you'll see when on your profile. So this is like the hits and tips bit of PlayStation.
Right.
Welcome to the PlayStation Nation family.
Yeah.
When you get a trophy, it goes towards your level on PSN. So I think I'm level 25 at the moment, and I think you might be level 2 or whatever it is, right? You can. There's also an app, right?
Yep.
So the higher you go up in the level system, it's like a D&D level.
Yeah.
The harder it is to actually level up because you need more PSN points towards the bracket of the level. Do you know what I mean? So a bronze is worth a certain amount of PSN points. A silver's worth more.
Yeah.
A gold's worth even more, and then a platinum's worth the most towards your PSN level.
Yeah.
Right? And platinums are hard. Platinum is you basically have to get all of the trophies in a game.
How many platinums do you have?
I've got, I don't have a lot compared to most people. I've got like 24, 25.
Wow. Okay.
They're hard.
Yeah.
Some games are easy. You can be a platinum trophy whore.
Yeah.
Right? You can get games
just
where...
do the really easy
one.
ones.
Oh, like My Name is Mayo. All you got to do is hit a fucking jar of mayo randomly. You press X on your controller, and it knocks the mayonnaise over, and you get a trophy randomly. And like within 5 minutes, you get a platinum. Really? And I'll admit it, Internet, I did it. I can't help myself. It's an addiction. I need the platinums.
That's how you know.
Mr. Massage's a very easy platinum as well. In fact, you can go on to this is the culture, right?
Right.
You can go on like websites to see what are easy platinum trophies.
Oh yeah, and look,
and there are people that have put their YouTube videos up and they're showing you how easy it is to get a platinum. You can get a platinum in 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
You can do this, you can do that. Oh yeah.
It's the same as World of Warcraft. So, and they probably stole this idea of Microsoft as well. They have an achievements and points-based system within the game that's not necessarily to do with the actual – well, it is to do with the content, like with the raids and everything else that you do, or questing and stuff. And like so as you fulfill certain criteria, you will – get a particular achievement, and those achievements can give you different titles that come under your name or different mounts. The mount ones are pretty fucking cool, and they're pretty hard as well. Yeah, they'll have on, like, people will go on YouTube and be like, this is the easiest way to get 25 mounts in 1 hour. Like, do all these achievements and stuff. So that's all, it's all making sense to me. It's all up my alley.
Steam have got it too as well.
Yeah.
I think Steam might have copied it from Microsoft as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can play Steam games. And so most of the multi-plat games now, they're the same. So whatever achievements are for Xbox on Assassin's Creed are the same for PlayStation and are the same for Steam, except you get gamer points on an Xbox, or you'll get trophies on a PlayStation, and then you'll just get an achievement on Steam.
Yeah.
Right? But it's an underworld. It's an obsession getting a trophy.
Yeah.
Right? And so I can't get out of that rabbit hole.
Yeah, and you probably never will.
No, never. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Can you just edit it out?
Yes, I can edit it out. Let me get it for you. Jesus,
can see it.
Can you see it? Yeah. She's going to get a tissue, folks.
I have really bad hay fever today.
Do you want some more?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'll have to edit this shit out.
I've just made your editing life so hard.
You have?
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, listeners. I have hay fever today. So, tissue is a tissue.
Do you need any more tissues?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. Any sniffles on the audio is all Sassy Suhini's fault.
It is. If you can hear from a time to time, that's me. Sorry. All right, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right. So, what have you found that you like about the console now? Because look, remember when I said to you about PC versus console? You've gone in knowing that compared to pure graphics performance, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as a PC.
Yeah, no.
We know this, right? But the convenience, you can now see the convenience factor, how convenient it is. And you said something about you hit the button on the controller and
I freaking love it because it just I pick up the controller, hit the PlayStation button, and my TV will be off.
Yep.
And it will turn on my PlayStation, turn on the TV, and if it's already on the HDMI cable, it'll just boom, it's there. The game is there that I've just, which I would have paused from last time, and it's just instant. It's just there.
Yeah.
And I find now, especially, so at the moment I'm about to start it again. I'm doing uni at the moment. And so the problem with PC was, and again, this is the type of games that I was playing on PC, not necessarily about PC gaming. It was time consuming.
Yep.
Super time consuming. Anyone that knows anything about WoW knows that that's one of the biggest time sinks you'll ever face in your life. And every other game that was team-based, it's going to take half an hour, right? And I mean, sure, most of the time on PS4, I'm on there for half an hour anyway. But it's just good knowing the fact that if I need to go do something, or I need to just pick up the phone straight away, or I actually just need to go pee or something, I don't know, whatever it is, I can just pause it and just go and come back.
Yep.
And it's all there.
Yeah, you don't have to reboot. That's what I love about it. See, that feature is new on these current gen consoles. So if you go back to the PS3 and the Xbox 360, they didn't have PauseResume. Right?
Okay.
So that was something for this generation, and there's rumours that PS5 will allow you to do 2 games simultaneously.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to pause 2 games and then resume the game.
Whichever way you want.
Yeah, go back and forth like that, which would be awesome if they do that.
Yeah.
That's what I love it because I boot up my PS4. It doesn't take that long really, and then I just go back into the game and it's right where I left it. You know, when I turned it off last time.
Yeah.
Whereas with PC, it's not a long process, but I just can't be bothered. You know, I turn it on, I got to boot it up, then I got to boot that game back up, then I got to load the save game, then I'm back. And again, it's not a long process, and it's a first world problem.
Yeah,
but it's something that I just go, I just don't care anymore. You know, I know it's much more superior in graphics, and the frame rates are better, and all that shit. I've been over that before. I just can't be bothered.
I think, and you know, this ties in with one of the other reasons that I'm enjoying it so much, which is I think, especially like I think the last time we spoke, I was on Classic WoW.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was fully into that, and that was great because it was like old times, and I mean, if you think modern day WoW is a time investment, then Classic WoW is like, well, there goes your entire life, and yeah, it was fun, but I'm just getting sick of the concept of I have to work really hard to get the enjoyment of the game. Right? And
it's a time sink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like anything can be a time sink, right? Like even PS4 can be a time sink.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But in terms of the enjoyment of the game or the crux of the game or getting straight in, so, you know, to give some context, WoW is about raiding or doing bosses or PvP, for example, player versus player. Player versus player is fine because you can pretty much straight away get into it. That's what I mean by immediate enjoyment. Raiding, if you like that, you've got to increase your reputation with certain factions. You've got to increase your professions. You've got to grind something called artifact power. You've got to, you know, get all these different types of gears. You've got to do dungeons. You've got to do all this crap before you go, I'm ready to step into a raid and actually play decently. And it, irrespective of my skill level, I need to have done all this shit to actually be good in a raid. I can't be fucked anymore. Yeah. You know, and what I've loved about the PS4 is I can just get straight into this game and boom, I can get through a level. I can get through a level. Or, you know, you get stuck on a boss fight, or like a boss round or something. Fine. That's okay. You don't have to go do 1,000 things to beat that boss. You just got to keep doing it again and learning the strategy, etc. That's cool. That's the part of, you know, WoW that I really loved when you actually do the boss fight. None of this pre-prep stuff. So that's another thing that I'm like totally sold on right now. Yeah.
It's funny you say that. I get bored playing the same game these days. Like I'm at a period, I'm at a bit of a lull where I have to find a game that sucks me in to play it for like 10, 15, 20 hours religiously. Yeah. Whereas I go, I want to find something else now. Yeah. You know, and I find that I've got like 3/4 of a way of a game.
And you can't be asked anymore.
I can't be fucked. I'm just done with this game now. Like I know I can see the horizon of the end. I'm just like, I can't. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, playing a game like WoW is like the worst thing for me because I just don't. I just be bored of it. Like I understand why people like it. Yeah. But I'm just like, I can't be bothered playing the same game over and over and over again. And you can argue that some of the games I play are very similar in nature. Yeah. So it is repeating the same game that I played last time, but with a different setting and a different story. But these days I'm like, I'm 6 hours into this shit. Yeah. I'm not feeling it, but that's my problem. Yeah. More than anything else.
And look, I get that because I mean, no matter what, in every game there's going to be an element of repetition. Yeah. Like you're not going to get through every single boss first time, right? It's just that with WoW, it's like I'm talking weeks, man.
Yeah,
like,
I can't do the
like
same.
I don't know how Yen Yang does it anymore. No. Like it's just weeks on end of the same content.
But is it the community for him?
I'm sure it's the community.
So it's the people that he see, or doesn't see them, but he hears them, and he gets invested in the people. I think
so, but also I think it's, I don't know. I think it's the psychology of people as well. Like I am very much, I need something right here, right now, immediate satisfaction, or fuck it, I don't care. Yep. Like if you can't give me what I want immediately, you're fucking dead to me. Yeah. Right. Yep. That is the very immature side of me, whereas Richard is very much I'm willing to sort of, you know, plot away at something for a big end goal result, whereas it's like, that's a month away, don't give a shit.
So I'm going to be really interested when we go through the list of games that I think you should try and check out on the PlayStation, which are exclusive to PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
You can't get them anywhere else, right?
I'm ready to make a list.
I'm going to be very
stuff.
interested, right? Because these are games that are mainly story-driven games.
Ooh, okay, yes.
That's going to be really interesting because I don't think you've ever done that before.
No.
Where you've gone, I'm going to play a game like God of War, and it's got a definitive beginning and a definitive ending.
That's right.
And and the in-between bit, I've got to go through.
Yep.
I'm going to be really interested when you come back on this bullshit podcast that you actually say to me, I really enjoyed it, because this is a big change for you. This is your big change. This is like a midlife gaming crisis.
It is. But I also need to let you know a weird quirk about me and gaming, and actually me and movies sometimes as well. I don't like anything that's too like scary. I haven't watched a scary movie since November the 6th, 2006. I know this because Yenyak and I, for our 2-year anniversary when we were babies, thought it would be a really smart idea to go and see The Exorcism of Emily Rose for our anniversary. I don't know what our thought process was at the time.
I don't think that one's that scary.
Yeah, see, everybody tells me that, but it scared the bejesus out of me. And I had just watched several scary movies back to back. So I just watched The Ring, and I just watched something else that like scared the hell out of me. And then I watched Exorcism of Emily Rose. And then there was this huge thunderstorm that night where I woke up and it was 2:59 and the power went out. And the power went out and it ticked over to 3 a.m. and I fucking freaked
See,
out.
I remember watching 28 Days Later.
Oh.
And I remember watching that on DVD here by myself.
Oh, why would you do that to yourself,
in the dark? Because what I tend to do when I watch movies here, right, I turn all the lights off.
No.
So it's like the movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair enough.
So I remember watching 28 Days Later and then going, okay, that was a scary movie, at least in my opinion. And then I remember going upstairs to go to bed, and I always close the bedroom door. And everyone laughs at me for that. I don't know why. But
I'll close the bedroom.
So do I, because that keeps the bad people away. Right? And so that night I had this dream that the neighbours had turned into 28 Days Later zombies.
No.
And they were coming up the stairs, like running up the stairs to come and get me, and I had no way of escaping.
Yeah.
I understand, watching scary movies and the impact that it has on you later on.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that rules one of my games off the list, but I'm going to mention it.
Yeah, do it anyway.
All right.
And I am a big fan of, obviously having played WoW, I love games that have a big fantasy feel to it, or like, I'm a girly girl when it comes to this shit. Like pretty happy colors, boom. You know, that's why I love Mario so much, right? Or Crash Bandicoot. It's like it's pretty, it's happy, it's joyful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see how we go.
So hit me with it.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Is there anything else about the PlayStation that you like? The ease of the user interface, like it's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, the interface has been really good. Aside from, and this is not the actual console's fault. Aside from some of the weird clunkiness of the menus of certain games, it's just been a really, really easy experience.
Yeah, it is. See, now you understand what I was trying to say back on that podcast.
Yeah.
I know the PC is superior.
Yeah.
And so do you.
Yeah.
Right? Especially at the age of the PlayStation, even the PlayStation 4 Pro, it's nearly 4 years old.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't cutting edge when they released it. That's why it was only, $400.
Yeah.
Right? So if you go in with that knowledge, okay, it's not as good as my PC upstairs, I get that, or wherever my PC is, but just the ease of use. It's fucking easy,
it's
right?
great.
And I get my trophies, and I get my little message from me saying I want to do a party chat.
Yeah.
And how easy was it to hook up
Oh, so easy.
Crash Bandicoot? How easy was that bullshit, right?
Yeah, and it was so much fun.
And actually, Crash Bandicoot, the menu in that, it's awful, by the way.
Oh, it's terrible.
This is Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
The menu system is that should be
shocking.
It's awful. Should be shot. I'm just trying to find my little what do you call it?
So God of War is first on the list.
So number one is God of War.
Yeah.
Right now, I've played God of War. I'm going to be very interested to see what you say about God of War.
Why do you love God of War so
Well,
much?
you know what? For me, God of War, I'm going to be controversial.
Yeah.
I played the original God of Wars on the PS2, and then I played God of War 3 on the PlayStation 3.
Right.
And God of War Ascension on the PlayStation 3, and I love those games to bits. They were more hack and slash in nature.
Yeah.
And God of War on the PS4 is a really big reboot of the franchise. It looks nothing like they did on the PS3 and the PS2, right?
Yeah.
It's more story-driven.
Yeah.
And Kratos is more of a character than he was. And I don't mean characters in he's funny or all that sort of stuff. He's more of a character you can sympathize with than the previous games.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very interested to see what you say about that game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the perspective's different. It's a third-person perspective.
Yeah. Whereas
the previous games, they were third-person, but like I said, they were more like hack and slash.
Yeah.
And,
How on a difficult, because you've got to remember,
play it on easy.
Yeah.
If you struggle with the controller,
I struggle with
just
the controller still.
Just play it on easy. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
It's I found it challenging on normal, but I'm a spastic too. I'm a retard. I'm not good at games.
How are you not good at games?
I'm not good at games. Some games I'm not good at. I just think, as I get older, I find games more obtuse.
Yeah.
I might actually do a podcast on gaming as you get older. Because as you get older,
I have gotten more shit as I've gotten older.
You get your reflexes are shit. Your eyesight's not as good.
Yeah.
And you can't think like a young person. You go, how the fuck would I know I've got to get up there?
Yeah.
Like I've seen just a sidetrack of sidetracks.
Yeah.
Yesterday I saw a 15-minute video of Doom Eternal, which comes out later this year.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that going, what the fuck? Like that looks like it's going to give me epilepsy. Like, it's going so fast and flashing. I'm like, that makes no sense to me. Like, I'm going to play it, but I'm like, fuck me.
Maybe it's the curiosity level, because I know even when I was young and I was playing DOS games like Jill of the Jungle and stuff, and I would just be relentless when you couldn't work out a level. And sure, I still bang my head against a wall for a particular amount of time now, but I just don't think I have that level of like, oh, maybe I'll do it in this way, or maybe I'll jump up here. No, just give me the freaking apple.
That's right. Give me the apple. I've just lost my bloody webpage.
Oh, no, bring it back.
All right, so I'm going to start from this is from Forbes.
Okay.
And I agree with what they say here for the most part. So number one's God of War.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic story too, Sassy Suhini. So back on that podcast a while ago, the reason why I've loved PlayStation this generation is I love the story-driven games. This is a great story as well. Right? So God of War, I'm busting to hear what you say about that.
Well, that is first cab off the rank in terms of what I'm playing. It's
downloaded.
downloaded.
And I'll tell you now, you'll play that and go, fuck me, I can't believe this is a PlayStation.
Yeah.
It looks unreal.
Yeah.
Right? Number 2, Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I don't like Spider-Man.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Spider-Man was fucking a lot of fun, right? And yes, it's you know what? I loved how fluid it was in terms of his movement through the different parts of the city.
Yeah.
So it's an open world city.
Yeah.
New York City. And I just loved the way that he traversed through the buildings, and I think I might have spoken to that with Super Simon. Shout out to him. How I preferred the movement of him from Batman.
Yeah.
Back in Batman's city history or period. And so Spider-Man, you got to check out Spider-Man. And the story's great. The story's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's just a fun game.
And complexity?
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Once you get your handle of it and on the controls in terms of like the way he traverses, it's very easy.
Okay.
Right. I really think you'll enjoy Spider-Man.
Yep. Okay. Done.
So Spider-Man. And also, too, the nerds loved Spider-Man in terms of like how true to the lore it was. Right? So, Spider-Man.
Done.
I'm going to pass this one because I struggled with this. This was Bloodborne.
Ooh.
Bloodborne's too difficult for me. I'm a spastic. You know Dark Souls?
Yes.
This is a Dark Souls inspired game.
Ah, okay.
I think if you can conquer Bloodborne,
yeah,
I'd be impressed.
Let's leave that for later.
I will park that one.
Yeah.
Right? Now, this one I really recommend. I really, really, really recommend this one. Right? Shout out to the Drunken Monkey. I told him about this. And then shout out to Nervous Nathan. I told him about this. And they both came back to me and said, brilliant game.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
I've never even heard of that
Horizon Zero Dawn came out 3 years ago. And it's dirt cheap right now. Right?
Yeah.
Even on the PlayStation Store, it's dirt cheap. Right? Horizon Zero Dawn is
What's it about?
Well, okay. It's a post-apocalyptic. I can't say that fucking word.
Apocalyptic.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's set in that world, and you play a character called Aloy, who's a hot-looking redhead chick.
Okay.
And she runs around, and basically the premise is very high level. Robot dinosaurs, right? But there's a reason.
Okay.
But you'll go, this is ridiculous. Why am I killing robot dinosaurs? It's an RPG.
Yeah.
It's a very light RPG. And you'll be going, but why am I fighting robot dinosaurs? That looks really stupid and silly. But the game has one of the best stories ever, sci-fi stories ever,
Yeah.
when it explains to you why they exist.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Because you'll look at this and go, I really like the way these enemies look, and I like the premise of robot dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But fuck me, why?
Yeah.
Right? But it'll tell you perfectly why.
Okay.
And
It's
you'll
a good
go,
story.
awesome. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
I really recommend that game.
Easy mode?
I think for you, for the controller.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to do easy mode for all of these.
I think so, only because, and look, I don't know why people get hard up about playing games on hard, and if you play them on easy, you're a retard. Just enjoy the game.
I think, yeah.
I just want you to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I really want you to enjoy that game. I really do.
Yeah.
Because if you can play a game like Horizon Zero Dawn coming from a PC, right, even though there's rumors that it might come to PC.
Oh, really?
There's rumors.
Yeah.
That's the type of game I've been playing for years. And you'll go, I get why he likes that PlayStation now. You really will.
Yeah.
The next one I really think you should play, Uncharted 4.
Okay. That
Now-
sounds familiar to me.
Now,
Yeah.
go home tonight very quickly
Yeah.
before they get rid of it for February. PlayStation Plus has the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, which is Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 remastered for the PS4.
Yeah.
Download that for free because you're a PSN Plus member.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4 came out in 2016.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best game in the series, but it looks amazing. You'll go, again, what the hell? How is this being run on a PlayStation 4? Amazing game. It's a bit like an Indiana Jones meets Tomb Raider meets Bond, kind of, sort of.
Yep.
Adventure sort of game.
Yep.
I really enjoyed the original 3 games, like I said, which are now available as the Nathan Drake collection.
Yep.
For free. Play those games maybe first.
The 1, 2, 3 first?
1, 2, 3 first, yeah, because the story continues to fall. But just go in knowing that the first game, which is called Drake's Fortune, I think, from memory, top of my head. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Go in that knowing it's a bit rough around the edges now because it's over. Oh, what is it? Came out in 2007. So what's that? 13 years old now.
Yep.
Go in with that knowing it came out originally on the PS3. It's 13 years old. Okay, it is what it is. But Uncharted 2 is a classic. I like Uncharted 3, but I think 2's better. And 4 was good, right? But Uncharted 4 is great,
Okay.
right? So you got to play
Right,
Uncharted
it's on the
4.
list.
Yep,
Yep.
put that on your list.
Okay. Next.
This is a big one.
Ooh, okay.
This is a big one.
I'm ready.
Persona 5. This is a big
Okay.
one.
I haven't even heard of that.
I tell you now, this is a Japanese RPG,
Yeah.
a JRPG, as they say. Exclusive on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3, by the way. People forget the mighty PlayStation 3, one
Yeah.
of the greatest consoles ever. Persona 5 came out in 2017. As the name implies, it's the 5th in the series, but you don't have to have played the first 3 to play. Oh, sorry, 4 to play 5.
Yeah.
It's a turn-based.
Just to flip back a little
Yep.
bit on a similar point. So can I just start on Uncharted 4 or do you really recommend that I go from
You
1
can
to...
start Uncharted 4. You can.
Yeah.
But yes, you can.
Yeah.
But I would say to get the most out of the story,
Yeah. Go from the
yeah.
start. Okay.
Or at least start from 2.
Okay.
Because 2 is so much better than Drake's Fortune,
Yeah.
which is or is it Drake's Deception? I can always get those mixed up. Or Uncharted 1. You'll know, you'll see it's Uncharted 1. I think Uncharted 2 is so much better than the first game. It's silly,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And in fact, when it first came out on the PlayStation 3, it was almost hard to believe it was on the same system, right? So I would go back to those games if you could. But Uncharted 4, there's no mandatory thing to say
Right.
you have to play it.
Cool.
It'll just make more sense.
So similarly,
And I say what, and this is the reason why I say why. Sorry, is because Nathan Drake, who's the main character in Uncharted 4, he's older and he's getting ready to retire from tomb raiding and being an adventurer. He wants to settle down and do the home life. And you'll go, why the fuck? This
Why?
is bullshit. And in fact, the start of Uncharted 4, I'm going to say, is a slow burn. It's a bit slow, whereas the first 3 games are more action packed. Right, so I would maybe go back to. Well, you downloaded it for free. If you download it tonight, I don't think they've switched over yet at the time of this recording to February's PlayStation Plus games, which, by the way, I'm going to recommend you download because it's the BioShock collection.
oh yeah, okay, I know
Right.
this. Yeah,
These are not PlayStation 4 exclusives,
right.
but BioShock is a classic. And you get to play BioShock, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. And download them and play them. They are awesome games.
Yeah.
Right? So I would definitely play. They're not PlayStation 4 exclusives, but because they're going to give them to you for free in February, you're mad if you don't download those and play them. But Persona 5, going back to that, Persona 5 it took me 120 hours.
Wow.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
But it's a turn-based action role-playing game. And you basically the premise is the same through all Persona games. You basically play as a school kid in a Japan or Tokyo-based school, and suddenly weird stuff happens, and you're the only one that can see it, and you start creating a persona, and a persona is like a superhero type character.
Right.
I'm being really rough as guts in explaining
Yeah.
it. And you've got a cat. You've got a cat.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's it. It's
and
done.
the cat
you sold
is
me.
called Morgana, and the cat talks, and the cat is cool as shit.
Why is this
and
not
the cat,
on the first?
And the cat fights.
Why is this not first on
I
the
don't
list?
know. I was
I think
worried
it needs to
about.
be first
I
on
know,
the
but I
list.
was worried about you being turned off by a Japanese role playing game. But again. Persona 5 is a fucking ball terror game, but it's long.
Okay.
And it's slow.
Okay.
Right? But I loved it. I loved that game so much. I played it when I had a lot of time to play it. It's a beast of a game. It'll take you 120 hours. I love it. Right? The other games I've probably told you before are action games or action role-playing games. Persona 5's a JRPG, a pure JRPG, which means it's slow. They've got I wouldn't say it's a complicated turn-based system. It's not at all. Awesome game. Talking cat. Need I say any more?
No, I've literally written on my notes here.
Persona
Talking
5.
cat.
So
Talking cat.
Persona,
Yeah.
Persona 5.
5. Yep.
I think it's really cheap now
Okay.
on the PlayStation store. All right?
Done.
Done. All right. This is a big one.
Okay.
It's a fucking big one.
All right.
The Last of Us remastered.
Okay. Yes, I know this.
Now,
you've been talking for years.
I'm rolling
about
the
this.
monkeys on this.
Yeah, do it.
I'm fucking rolling the monkeys on this. How do I roll the monkeys again?
Jason, relaxation, help.
Rolling monkeys.
So good.
Now, The Last of Us is huge.
Yeah.
Right. Now, originally it came out on the PS3, right at the end of the PS3's life. The PS3 was a fucking amazing system. It really was. And The Last of Us came out, same developers as Uncharted. They went a very different way. Uncharted's light and happy and action-packed and a little bit over the top and silly at places. The Last of Us is the opposite. It's very serious. At times, I'm going to say it's not a fun game to play. It's stressful.
What makes it stressful?
Just that you know that you can hear the clickers or the zombies in the background.
See, this is what
But
scares
I know
me, Daniel.
It's not scary. Sometimes it is. Not always. But
I don't know, Retro Dan.
But what a fucking game. And this is the story, right?
Right.
Back in 2013, I'd played The Last of Us when it first came out.
Yes, I know. I remember you going on about it.
And
for
I
forever.
told Jason Relaxation about this game. And he said, well, I don't have a PlayStation 3. So I lent him my PlayStation 3.
as
right.
as a good brother does.
As a good brother does. And he started to play it. And he goes, fuck this controller. Because the PlayStation DualShock controller, the DualShock 3, is a bit different to the DualShock 4, the PlayStation 4 controller.
Right.
It's smaller. It is a little bit more difficult to use, I think. And he goes, fuck this. And then he stuck with it. And I think he started playing it, and maybe about an hour later or 2 hours later, I get a message from him, and he's gone, oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. This is bullshit. I can't believe this. I can't stop playing this. Fuck this game. This is bullshit, right?
You introduced him to crack cocaine.
Well, there's a particular part in that game that happens right at the start of that game, and he was hooked straight away.
Yeah.
Right? And so for him, it's a very special game for him. It's a very special game for everybody that's ever played it. The new one's coming out, I think it's in May. Last of Us 2. I'm worried about it. I just don't see how they can top it. I really don't.
Okay.
It's cheap to buy.
Yeah.
Now I think they've even had it on the PlayStation Plus, but before you got your PS4, I would definitely check it out. I really would.
Okay.
I don't think you can play PlayStation 4 and not have Uncharted. The Last of Us. I just don't see it.
And look, I agree. If I had to, I think if I was going to pick any game that sort of mildly is going to freak me out and be stressful, then that's going to be it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I would say to get your handle of the controller and all that stuff and to get into PlayStation first, play Uncharted 4, play Horizon Zero Dawn, play Persona 5 first.
Yeah.
And then there's plenty of games to play.
Yeah.
And then you must play this.
Okay.
Right. I really feel you have to play this game, right?
It's going to happen.
Yes. Now, Forbes, I don't know if this is a necessary one, but I love this game. Number 8, Shadow of the Colossus Remastered. It's, again, very cheap on the PlayStation 4. This game, I don't know how you would go with it. It's basically, there's not really a story other than you trying to fight and beat Colossus or Colossi, monsters, giant monsters.
Right.
Right. I would put that lower on your list. You got bigger fish to fry.
Is this more like a brainless game? Like when
No,
you just, no,
you got to think in this game.
Okay.
Because each monster, you got to take it out differently. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Your controller skills need to be
pretty
better.
good.
They need to be better.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so that's down the line.
Put it on the list. That's down the line when you're bored.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not going to even mention Neo, even though Neo is a great game. It's more of a Dark Souls type game as well. I think you'll struggle. We'll move on.
Yeah.
This one, I recommend this one big fucking time with Yednyak.
Okay.
You can play this together.
Yeah.
It's an interactive type movie experience.
Oh, great. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to add another couple on this, Forbes. You can go fuck yourself, you ingrates. You need to play Until Dawn.
Okay.
Until Dawn is a absolute classic, right?
Yep.
Basically, you'll love it for the campy cheesiness of it. It's deliberately campy and cheesy, like 90s campy cheesy, where a bunch of teenagers are in a log cabin together.
Yep.
And one by one, they get murdered if you don't make the right decisions.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can get permadeath in this, and there's multiple different endings. It's very easy to play. Maybe you want to play this before you get like Horizon Zero Dawn or Uncharted, so you get your controller skills better.
Yeah.
You get your muscle memory better with the sacred symbols of triangle, circle, X, and square.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
You get you know what L3 is and R3 is and all that shit, and R1, L1,
It's
R2.
getting there.
See?
Yes, it's all familiar to me now.
Until Dawn.
Yep.
Play that. What a classic. Now I'm going to add to this, right?
Yep.
And these are dirt cheap. And these are great. Again, play with Yednyak.
Yep.
Right?
Ready?
Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is an absolute classic. Rain is in RAIN. Right?
Yep. Okay.
Heavy Rain is an interactive movie. And Heavy Rain is basically, again, there's a lot of quick time events. People don't like quick time events, but I think it's great in this, and it's good for you for your muscle memory. So you know when triangle comes up on the screen, where to press it, where circle is, where to press that. Get your muscle memory up from your days of keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Right? And it's permadeath. There's 4 major characters in this game. You're basically hunting down a killer, and you got to do investigations. You play like a private eye.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And if you fuck up, you can all die. And the first time I played it was on the PS3. It was originally a PS3 game.
Yep.
And I hadn't played my PS3 for so long. I was always on the Xbox 360. And I couldn't remember the sacred symbols. I didn't know where triangle was and square was. I know. I'm disgusted with myself.
Oh my God, you should know.
Yeah, but I hadn't played PlayStation for so long.
Oh, right,
This is back in 2000. This game came out in 2010.
Yeah.
Right? And so I made mistakes with the QuickTime events.
Oh,
and my characters all died except for the last one. So there's multiple different endings. Heavy Rain's a classic. And on top of Heavy Rain, I'll give you another one that's very similar by the same developer, Quantic Dream. This is the other game you should check out. Again, these are all cheap. And that is Detroit Become Human. Detroit is in Detroit in America. Yep. Detroit Become Human. This one you'll love. Again, it's an interactive movie. It's a very relaxing game, actually, because you can sit there with a cup of coffee, whatever, sit back, relax. And you know what you can do? You can play with Yednyak and he can help you make decisions too, right? You play as an android. I think it's 2030.
Right.
Or maybe it's past that. I can't remember the exact year. But androids are part of our life. They do all of our housework, all that sort of stuff. And some of them are revolting. They're turning against humans.
Revolution started.
There's a revolution started.
Yeah.
So you play as an android, but again, it switches between characters. You can play as a investigator who's human.
Yeah.
You play as androids trying to escape from the humans. It's awesome. Detroit Become Human. Really enjoyed that game. Quantic Dream did a lot of games for Sony.
Yeah.
But I think Heavy Rain and I think Detroit Become Human are their better games. Some of their games are a bit weaker. And if you get bored, I'll tell you what the other ones are later on. But yeah, Until Dawn, going back to that, is a classic. Right?
I also heard, I think this is like a very, very preppy girly game.
Yep.
Overcooked is supposed to be really good for duos.
Yeah, for duos, yeah. Overcooked with couch co-op. I was telling you, because you didn't know what couch co-op was.
No, I didn't. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're like, what are you talking about, you silly old
Is
fool?
this like, this is LAN party? But
like the old LAN parties,
Yeah,
except
yeah.
you don't need another PlayStation.
Yeah.
So you and Yednyak can sit on the couch together and play cooperatively Overcooked, which is, I think you're in a restaurant and you got to like make sure that he's making the base of the pizza on time and you've cut the vegetables on time. I've not played it before, but I know what it is.
Yeah. A lot of, actually, funnily enough, a lot of our mates that we usually play WoW with played that as well, and they were all mysteriously addicted.
Yeah, it's a great game. Everyone I know that's played it has really enjoyed it. It's a great game, from what I've heard. Now, on top of that, I would also check out Infamous Second Son. Infamous Second Son was a near launch title for the PS4.
Yeah.
It came out very early on in the PS4's life. Infamous is a long-running series with PlayStation. It was on the PS3. And this was a new entry to the series on the PS4.
Yeah.
How would I describe it? It's an open world action adventure type game, and you basically are a superhero with superpowers.
That sounds good.
There's
always good stuff.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Right? I really enjoyed Infamous Second Son. People felt it was a bit of a weaker entry to the series compared to the PS3 entries, but you don't have a PS3.
Yeah.
So I would check it out, and it would be so cheap right now. It'd be like $9 on
amazing.
PSN.
What was
right?
that called again?
Infamous
Yeah.
Second Son.
Yeah.
I would check that out. And the other game that came out at launch that wasn't bad if you wanted like an FPS, if you want a first-person shooter, check out Killzone Shadowfall. Again, these are all again exclusive PlayStation titles. Yeah. Killzone was a decent. I won't say it was like a Halo. It wasn't as good as that, but Killzone Shadowfall wasn't bad at all.
I think if I am going to do an FPS, I'd probably try Overwatch first because that's something that I know very well. I'm familiar with the game. It's just I would have to get used to playing on a controller than anything else.
Yeah, well, yeah. I see. Again, I would go back to those interactive movies. I would go back to Heavy Rain. I would go back to Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human. I would play those first to get my muscle memory and my controller skills up.
Yeah.
And then I'd play games like Horizon Zero Dawn to get that open world feeling of traversing different landmarks and landscapes, open world using a controller, and then I'd play something a bit more like intensive on a controller with a FPS with Killzone, right? That's what I would personally do.
Yeah. All right. I have a pretty comprehensive list now.
You do?
Yeah.
I think I'm just going through. There's other games too. Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was a good game. I'll tell you what, if you like bright, colourful, funny little quirky characters.
I do.
Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
On the PlayStation 4. And I'll tell you, it looks unreal because they remastered it. It looks unreal on the PlayStation 4. Ratchet and Clank. And it's a platformer. So you got to get your controller skills up.
Yeah.
I would definitely check out Ratchet and Clank as well. You don't have VR, so we won't talk about
no point.
VR. And I'm just checking out some other sites. I think I've covered everything I would personally recommend to someone like yourself that's just getting into PlayStation 4. But you see how I'm a bit envious?
Yeah.
There's so much shit that you can play. I don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like getting on my PS4 and going through all my games that I play.
Yeah.
And go, did you play that? Did
And
you
try
play
this
that?
and try
Have
that.
you tried that? You know, like there's so many. And that's excluding sports games. That's excluding.
That's right. And look, I just want to be able to start off in a way where I can get used to the controller and then just kick your ass really and everything.
I would go back to those interactive type movies like Heavy Rain. There's another one too that you might want to add to that as well. That Quantic Dream did, which was a developer that worked very closely with Sony back in the day, and that's Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
Beyond Two Souls is really cheap as well. In fact, I'll tell you what, there used to be, in fact, there could still well be, a Quantic Dream pack that you can buy on the PlayStation Store. Came with Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, remastered for the PlayStation 4 because they originally came on the PlayStation 3. You can get them together for, I think it was less than $20. Get those two games together. Again, they're all interactive movies. Beyond Two Souls wasn't as good as Heavy Rain. And so Heavy Rain came out 2010. 2013, Beyond Two Souls came out, and it wasn't as good as Heavy Rain. And then in 2018, Quantic Dream came out again with Detroit Become Human. And Detroit Become Human was a really good return to form for them. But I wouldn't piss on Beyond Two Souls.
Well,
it's just easy to get that controller feeling. That's all it is. And then get into your complicated JRPGs like Persona 5. Persona 5 is great. The only thing that I didn't like about it was the movement system. It's a bit clunky.
Have you played Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it seems like a stupid question to
Have
ask.
you played it?
No, I haven't. And, I mean,
I would play
is that
that.
complicated?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe for you it is because I'm so used to playing with a controller, but you're not.
Yeah.
I would definitely play it. Again, you can play Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS4.
Yeah.
It's really cheap now too. And they kind of remastered it for PS4 because originally it came out on PS3 and Xbox 360. I would play those other games first that I told you about.
Yeah, and then get to these.
Then play Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
The only reason why I didn't say it is it's not PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was awesome. Awesome. You know, I really enjoyed that. And then if you really want to, you can play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. Dun, dun, dun.
See, what's going to be interesting is we're going to have a follow-up conversation on this because this has been you pretty much telling me this is what you've got to play, this is what you've got to do.
You'll find your own things too.
Exactly. And then we've got to have a follow-up session where I'll just be like, okay, well, that was great or that was really shit. This is what you should play if I found something new.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that'd be good for me.
Yeah.
Because I find my things through, I guess, reviews and different, YouTube channels and people I respect and stuff like that. And at the moment, I'm scratching for things to play.
Yeah.
Because I've played all the major releases from last year. Boo-hoo me.
Yeah.
First world problems. But I don't mind
You're
that.
probably down to Hello Kitty Adventures
No,
or something.
I'm not. I've gone back to the PS3. I really have. I've gone back to games that I picked up for like less than $5 on eBay.
Yeah.
And I'm playing them on PS3 and I never played them before. Why the fuck not? I get more trophies.
Yeah,
You know what I
true,
mean?
true.
And not only that, then I might go, okay, well, I'll play all this other, pile of shame I've got from the PS4 that I have been sitting on for an eternity.
Yeah.
But I'm giving you the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I do have a question though.
Yep.
So, is it better to buy the physical game or to just download it off the store?
I would always say buy the physical game.
Right.
Okay. If it's brand new, like say Cyberpunk 2077 came out tomorrow, which it's not, it will be cheaper on the disc than it will be on the digital store.
How? Why?
That's a great question.
That makes no sense
No,
whatsoever.
it doesn't. Of course it doesn't, no. And that's why
What the
no,
fuck?
it doesn't.
I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't make
How
any
can
sense.
the physical
no,
thing?
I know. It doesn't. It makes no sense. But if it's cheap as chips,
Yeah.
and all these games I've given you have been out for a while now.
Yeah, so they're relatively
They're going to be
cheap.
cheap.
Yeah.
It makes no sense looking for the disc, right? Just download it for $5, $10. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a brand new release, I will buy the disc, right?
Okay.
On eBay, on the PS3 side of things, I'll buy the disc because I'm getting them for $5. But I must admit, I downloaded Dead Space on the PS3, I think a week or two ago on the PS3 store, which is still up and running.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I got that for $5, right? Sometimes Sony will have massive sales as well. They've got one now called Totally Digital, where they've got like 60% off if you go into the store.
Yeah.
And sometimes those games are way cheaper than you'll get on the disc.
Yeah.
Right? There's been some very rare exceptions where brand new releases come out and the digital version has been cheaper than the disc. Have
these guys given any logical explanation as to why that is?
I don't know. Look, I think the reason for Sony is because I'm guessing they were part of the consortium that developed 4K Blu-ray and Blu-ray in general. And so Blu-ray is of interest to them, whereas Microsoft have to pay Sony a royalty to use a Blu-ray disc drive.
Oh, I see. You're right.
So Microsoft will do whatever they can to get out of physical media.
Yeah.
And they tried that in 2013 with the Xbox One.
Right.
And all console gamers went, go fuck yourself, right?
Right.
Because unlike the PC, console has not migrated fully to digital yet.
Yeah.
However, this generation, people are buying more digital content than they did the previous generation,
Okay.
the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
The next generation coming out, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X or whatever they want to call it, people are buying more and more digital and less physical. But
Yeah.
they're both going to come out with an optical drive.
Okay.
They're both going to come out with 4K Blu-ray
Yeah.
players, right? So
Makes me sad though, because I know when you had the physical copy, like that was when you would camp out and
Yeah.
go for launches.
that's what I do. That's what I do now.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember saying to my friends, I feel a bit sad because I don't know if we're going to do this ever again.
Yeah.
Like, certainly for a game, we probably won't.
Yeah.
We'll be out there midnight for PlayStation 5, right? And that could be the last time we ever line up again, because after the PlayStation 5, it'll be another 5+ years before we may get a console, but we may not. They might all decide to do streaming.
Yeah.
Right? And by then, we might all well be downloading digitally.
Yep.
And that's why, EB Games or GameStop in the US, they're shutting down so many stores because they know their sales are down. Because people are buying more digital content and going into the shop and saying, I'm going to buy that, right? But see, I'm old and I still think like, oh, that game's come out tomorrow. I'm going to go down the shop, buy the game, on the disc, bring it home, put it in the disc drive and install it. Younger people will go, fuck that.
Just downloading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But I still look at the price and I'm like you, I'm like, huh? Shouldn't a digital copy be like $10 cheaper?
Yeah.
Like,
You're-
even if it's $5 cheaper, give me an incentive to buy it. Why am
Yeah.
I paying more for less?
Exactly.
I don't own it. See, that's the whole, again, it goes back to my whole rant about ownership. When you buy digital content on a PSN store or an Xbox Live store or even Steam, you don't own it. It's tethered to your account.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And so what have you got to show at the end of the day?
Nothing.
Nothing. Right?
Nothing.
And so that's why my other argument back in the old days when we did that podcast, you and I,
Yeah.
the reason why I still enjoy consoles is because I like the physical content. On PC, I don't have any physical content anymore. Who buys discs for PC these days?
Yeah, and I mean,
It's pretty rare.
It's very rare. Like I remember, probably the last WoW expansion that we actually bought the physical, collector's edition or whatever would have been like, I don't know, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah. So do you see now that they complement each other?
Yeah.
These consoles the console can complement a PC.
Yeah.
Very nicely. Like, you're never going to get rid of a PC.
No.
Right? You're going to go back to WoW or whatever, like the Revenge of Pandas version 2.0, Warcraft expansion bullshit thing.
For the record, I hope they never do pandas again.
Oh, whatever the fuck they do,
Yeah.
you'll be there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
With Yed and Yak.
Yeah.
But I can't be fucked.
No.
Right? And I know it's better on the PC, these games. I know they are, but it's good enough for me. You know? It does the job for me. Like I turn it on, it's fucking booted up my game already, or it's been in suspend resume mode, and I just click the button and it comes on.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go, and I fucking don't care. Like.
And I think the other thing is, like, say for now, example with WoW, I've been off it for a while, several months. Now what's going to happen is, like, I'll go on there, all my, like, add-ons will be out of date, and, like, it will take me a solid day or, a solid evening's worth of work to sort of get back to a position where I can actually play now to start catching up.
Yeah.
Not even I've caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just like the variety that I mean, a lot of these games, the reason why I told you about PS4 exclusives is that you can't get them anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right? So I like the games. They're story-driven games, or they're interactive movies, or they're action adventures, or something. There's something like that, or or JRPGs as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the other games, they're not exclusive anymore. Not so much. I would check out Yakuza games too.
Yakuza?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. They're more like street brawlers, but they're Japanese Yakuza crime syndicate games.
Sounds like something out of a Tarantino movie.
It is a bit.
Yeah.
It is a bit. I just like them.
Yeah.
Like Yakuza 6, I think it was called A Song for Life, is exclusive still to PlayStation 4. Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
I would check that out. I really would. Because the story is excellent in that. It really is. And you don't necessarily have... It helps, but you don't need to have watched, seen or played the other games.
Yeah.
You can get away with it.
Okay.
And they're actually bringing the Yakuza games remastered. Yakuza, I think it's 3, 4, and 5 as a pack in a week or two's time at the time of this recording, yeah. Yeah, but I don't think they're exclusive now.
Yeah.
I don't think. But Yakuza 6 is.
I'm so excited to now just go into the PlayStation store and just be like...
Well, you know what we could do?
What?
I'll tell you what before you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'll boot mine up.
Yeah.
And we can see if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
Because I think some of those games are really cheap, especially Horizon Zero Dawn. I can't believe that would be expensive.
Yeah.
Because that game's been out for 3 years now. I think it's like, I don't know, 15 or so bucks.
That's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Right? But that game's awesome, right? Persona 5 is dirt cheap. That game's awesome. Talking cat, yo. And do you know you can change your themes as well? You can change your background themes.
Oh, yeah, we've already done that.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't really care too much about themes and stuff, but Yetinak was like onto it.
You might, because they're fucking sick.
Are they?
Oh, shit, yeah. And did you know you can go into psnprofiles.com and check out your trophy rank?
Yes, I knew that. I did know that. But I'm not, that's a little while away for
you
me
can get
to
on.
give a shit
See,
about
this
that.
is what Sony will do, right? You'll go, what the fuck, Sony? You'll start doing that. You'll go, why do I need to go onto my computer to check out my rank, my worldwide rank for my PlayStation trophies? Huh? Why can't you show that shit to me on my PlayStation?
Yeah.
So you go to PSN profiles, right, on your computer, and you look up your rank, and if you've slipped for that week and you get the shits, right, and then you look at your grade. So say, for example, Uncharted 4, what grade did you get in terms of your trophy count? You got a C. Fuck. And you get all these statistics. Your average trophy count is a C, right? And you go, that's unacceptable.
No, you got to change it. You got to fix it.
It's unacceptable. I can't have that.
Yeah.
Right? And then you start doing things like, today, if I finish that game, I'll get a platinum. And if I do a really cheap-ass platinum, I'll get 2 platinums in one day. That is an unprecedented
Precedented.
Yep, day in trophy collections.
Yep. So then you start strategizing.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You start whoring it out. And you know what else you'll do, right? I started playing Shenmue 3 yesterday.
What?
Shenmue.
I thought it's like Shenmue the whale.
No, Shenmue is a game that originally came out on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Right, the Sega Dreamcast
Yep.
back in
Oh, that
2000.
would've been a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was either 2000 or 2001 when it came out. The second one came out on the Xbox and the Dreamcast as well. But the third, it left it hanging up in the air, and they had to have a Kickstarter and crowdfunding to get the third one developed. It was all a whole bunch of bullshit. And I started playing it finally last night, and I'm like, where's the trophies for this shit? There's no trophy list.
Yeah.
Fuck this game. And then I had to get the phone out and look up where are trophies for Shenmue 3, and it says Shenmue 3's got this wacky bullshit thing about it won't show you the trophy list until you pop your first trophy. And I'm like, fuck this game.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, shit.
No, screw
and I
that.
still don't understand after all this time, why is there a hidden trophy? Why do you hide the trophies? What is the purpose of this shit?
Is it like the hidden level type thing?
Well, they just show you a trophy, but it's hidden. Right. And so then you got to get onto like a trophy list on a website, look up, I don't know.
What is it?
Like,
Yeah.
what is it? And then you go, oh, I'll get that trophy when I get past that certain level point. Well, what would you...
Well, I
I don't know.
hide it? That makes no sense.
Developers choose what trophies they're going to actually submit to Sony and to Microsoft.
Right.
And when they get, what is it? They get, they put their games in for submission. They also put in their trophy and achievement lists. And for some reason, they make them secret trophies. And that shits me. But you know you can make a trophy unsecreted?
How?
There's no such word.
Yeah.
You go into your trophy list.
Yeah.
I'll show you when you leave. You open up the trophy, and then the trophy will come up as to what the detailed description is, and then you press square, and it shows you what the trophy, how to get the trophy, or what the trophy is.
Okay.
So you can actually unsecret trophies. I know.
You've learnt all the tricks of the trade.
I've been part of the PlayStation fucking Sacred Symbols Nation army for so long. It's ridiculous.
I remember you telling me like, oh, you've got all these reviews and like YouTube videos and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm not surprised because that's exactly what the WoW world is like, right?
So,
like it's,
yeah. And I was sending you podcasts as well you should listen to. There's so many podcasts you should listen to. And then you listen to the nerds really talk about PlayStation going, they're not at fucking E3 again this year. What could they be doing? Oh, will they be having their own secret event to reveal the PlayStation 5? They surely can't have another state of play, which is just like a video streaming thing.
Yeah.
They have to come out on stage. They have to, and then they start bitching about the executives. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh yeah. So we don't like Jim Ryan. We need to get rid of him. He's fucking PlayStation up.
No, it's true. Like they have this with Blizzard as well because Blizzard recently...
Oh, there's some bullshit. What's going on with that?
Oh, my God. There's huge bullshit happening because they've gotten with Activision and Activision have fucked everyone over and blah, blah, blah. And it's like...
I saw something on that the other day. There was a whole bunch of outrage about Activision/Blizzard and something they've done to their members. I saw some bullshit about this.
Yeah, and it also has to do with like the rebadging of Warcraft 3 and everything. Like there's a whole heap of drama going on. But yeah, there are so many YouTube channels of mega nerds that go in there and analyze. I'm talking like the business structure of this entire thing.
Well, they do that. They do that on these podcasts. I gave you the podcast, didn't I?
Yeah, I still have them.
Yep.
Got a list now.
Yep. So you got the list of the play. So you'll be fully up to date with the PlayStation world.
Yep.
You can bet your bottom dollar that I'll be telling you about, the PlayStation 5. It's going to be $700 and I'm fucking down there day one.
Yep.
I am down there that midnight.
Day two, I'll be over it here going, right, show me everything.
Yeah, because you're probably not there to get, you wouldn't be there day one for PlayStation 5, would you?
No.
You're not there yet.
No, not there yet at all.
And to be fair, you've got enough to play on PlayStation 4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's the whole reason I went in now. A, it's cheaper. B, okay, we'll see how I go.
And it's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
They've announced that. They've said that PlayStation 5 will be backwards compatible with PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So whatever you buy now,
it's not going to waste,
It's
right?
not going to go waste,
yeah.
no. You can take that with you and play it on PlayStation 5 when you get one.
And I'll probably just wait until it's, slightly cheaper.
It's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
We're going to get fucked because they're saying it's $500 US bucks.
Oh,
That's what the rumor is, right?
Yeah.
The rumors keep changing between $399 to $500, but I don't see it being less than $500 US. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
And if it's $500 US, what's that for us? $700 bucks?
$700 easy.
Easy,
Yeah.
right? So it's an expensive bit of kit, but then again, for what they give you and what you would pay for a PC, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, PC.
A decent PC is double, triple that.
Well,
easily.
they reckon the prices of silicon are going to go up again. So all your video cards and shit are going to be expensive. I saw some nerd ranting about that the other day, saying, "Oh, well, that we're going to get fucked because of the supply for silicon's down or something like this."
Yeah.
And Nvidia and AMD are all going to raise their prices.
That's not surprising.
No, and we get charged so much more than what they do in the US.
Oh
for
my
that.
God, it's easier to just. I remember there was a time where I thought it would be easier to get my aunt who lived in the US to order things for me
and send it
then
over.
just post it.
Yep.
Like it is actually that much cheaper.
It's almost half.
Yeah.
It's almost half, isn't it?
It just doesn't make sense why. And I mean, it's got to do with all of the laws here in
what's
Australia.
the dollar?
Yeah, the dollar
Yeah.
and a lot of the digital software laws that they have are just actually really archaic here. It was also tied into the reasons why Australia would, even in the age of streaming, would still be behind the US in certain TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the other thing that shits me about Sony at the moment and PS4. PlayStation Now, right?
Yeah.
I want it
Yeah.
because that's the big, streaming service or what do you call it? It's basically where you can play PlayStation 4 games and download them. You can download them. You can stream PS3 games.
Yeah.
And PS2 games, all under one roof. There's like 700 plus games, and it's like a subscription service.
Yeah.
We don't have it here, and it's only $9 a month
Why
in the US.
not?
Oh,
And you know, why did it take so
they
long
reckon-
for Netflix to go over here? And
same.
why is
I don't know.
Netflix Australia such a piece of
Shit.
shit compared
It
to
is. I know.
Netflix US? Netflix US, holy shit, man.
way better than us.
It's like,
But it's the same as the store here too.
Oh,
so again,
it's the
go back to
worst.
PlayStation, right? Do you? Well, you know why? It's an hour and a half.
oh, shit.
But just to finish up, right?
Yeah.
But even the PlayStation Store
Yeah.
in the US is got so much more content than
Yeah.
we do here. It's
But
ridiculous.
why is that? It's the age
I
of
don't
digital
know.
streaming.
We-
Borders don't matter
I don't know
anymore,
why. I don't know
right?
why. I want PlayStation Now to save my PS3
Yeah.
because I keep using that thing. It's 10 years old now.
Yeah.
It's going to wear out. I don't want to use it anymore. I hate streaming, but I want to stream
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 games to save my PS3, right? And we still don't have it. And it's been out in the US for nearly 2+ years, 3+ years in the US.
It just
I
baffles
know
me,
it
right? That is a whole.
But you know what that is? You'll come to understand in the Sony land, in the PlayStation land, things are a mystery. And you don't question it anymore.
yeah.
You don't question it. You just do what you're told.
And go, yes,
Yes.
sure.
I'll accept it. I'll accept that up until about a year ago or whatever it was, I couldn't change my PSN name. You couldn't change your PSN name up
Yeah,
until
you
last
told
year.
me that, and so
right?
you'd have
you
like
could be
Sex Kitten 69
Butt
from
Licker 69 from 2006, right?
Did anyone have butt liquor?
I'm sure they fucking did, right? So from like about 2005 to 2019,
Yeah.
you could not change your PSN ID.
And of
right?
course,
And so everyone was
all
like,
the little boys that
Yep.
chose their names
yep.
as
There were
12-year-olds.
segments on podcasts like, please let us change our name, because people would write in saying what today's worst PSN ID is, and it'd be somebody going, hi, I was 12 when I created my PSN ID, and it was called I Like Pussy, right? And now I keep getting banned from PlayStation. Please let me change my name, but I can't. I've got like 10,000 trophies attached to it. I can't let it go.
Yeah.
And they finally got their head around it. God bless Sony.
Oh my God.
Just little things like that. You'll come to accept it, and you'll go, I'm part of the PlayStation Nation now. I won't question it. I'll just live with it.
Yeah.
And on that note, Sassy Suhini, you've got the Wii Shuffle, Yet you're shuffling like you got to do a wee bag.
Yeah. I do. I'm sort of jiggling from side to side now.
You are.
Yeah. But it's because that stupid alkaline water you gave me.
I told you it makes you piss.
I know you warned me.
I warned you. I said it's good for you, but it makes you piss bad.
Yeah, and see, usually I'm not that kind of person. Like, I can go the 3-hour movie or the 4-hour flight, and I'm like, I'm good.
Not with this.
No.
We've been only recording 1 hour 24, but you know what? I'm busting for a piss too.
Yeah. All right.
And on that note, thank you very much, Sassy Suhini, for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's so exciting that you've got a PlayStation.
I know.
And I want you to come back and tell me how you've been going with these PlayStation games.
So I've made a list now.
Yeah.
I've written everything down. I wrote all the notes that you gave me. So I'm going to go through them and I'm going to play them like the big-ass nerd that I am.
Yep.
And then we're going to come back and we're going to review the shit out of it.
I'm excited about it.
Oh.
I just want,
it's a new chapter in our friendship.
And
isn't it?
How exciting was it when you got online and I was online and I was doing a party chat with you?
Yeah. It was amazing. It was the first time we actually played games together.
I know. And like I said, we did that, what was it? Crash Team Racing together. And we're like dissing fucking 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was so great.
I know. I loved it. I'm like, this is everything I wanted years ago, but you kept saying, fuck you. I'm playing World of Warcraft on my fucking $20 million PC.
I resisted for a while.
I know. And now you know where the cool kids hang out. And on that note, Sassy Suhini, thank you for coming in.
Thank you again.
Enjoy your PlayStation 4. Come back and tell us how you've found all those games.
Will do. Thanks.
Thank you for the 2 people that have been listening to this bullshit podcast. Thank you, Dad, for letting us use your garage. I'm sorry I read about the PlayStation 4. I fucking love it. That's why it's fucking Microsoft 2-1 this generation. Because the Xbox One's got no fucking games. We all know this. We established it. Let it go, Rocket Russell. You know that fucking controller's shit. The PlayStation 4 controller is the superior console. It's superior. It's going to fucking win in the next generation with a PS5. You know it. And next week, my PlayStation Nation will have some more retro and more bullshit. But until then, you can roll it, monkeys.